behind every diagnosis, there's a person, a family, and a fight worth winning. So fasten your seatbelts, because on this show, knowledge is power. Let's start with the doctor's capsule. And we know that we've been speaking about some of these various news items. Jamaica was struggling as a result of Hurricane Melissa, and they have been noting that there have been a surge in leptospirosis cases in Jamaica. So at least 6 deaths so far. The Minister of Health in Jamaica was able to talk about it because of the ensuing flooding, and we know that we're still in the rainy season locally, so be vigilant. Leptospirosis may be marked by some of the features similar to dengue, like fever, chills, trembling, nausea, vomiting. There may be damage to the liver and kidneys. And of course, you may require admission to an intensive care unit. It's treated with admission to hospital. There will be fluids, it'll be IV fluids, and of course, there may be antibiotics too. So be careful, especially with respect to flooding and some of the attendant risks. We have seen, too, that in some parts of the West Indies, like Antigua, they have noticed a surge in HIV cases, and that's on the threshold of World AIDS Day on the 1st of December. And the Ministry of Health has also spoken about an uptick in syphilis cases. It's time for a short break, and when we return, there'll be a bit more on the doctor's capsule. Don't go anywhere.
Fence Trinidad and Tobago, your #1 choice for furniture, electronics, appliances, and parts. With the best prices guaranteed, there's no better place to shop. From exercise equipment to garden supplies, general office furniture, and so much more. Fence has it all under one roof. Call us today at 650-FENS. That's 650-3367. Or visit us at 1 Union Road, Marabella. Fence of Trinidad and Tobago. Quality, value, and variety you can trust.
Unwrap the biggest Christmas sale of the year. Complete a single vision eyewear from just $279. Or complete single vision transition lenses with designer frames for only $699. Available while stocks last. And many more in-store specials available. Only at Seaview Optical.
Christmas is not just a day. It's a feeling passed down from heart to heart. Moments like these stay with us forever. A single gift can light up a lifetime of memories. And sometimes we get to create the magic ourselves, because every home deserves something special. A spark that says, this is us. From the smallest details to the grandest celebrations, woven together into something unforgettable. Because Christmas is meant to be shared with those we love most. Love makes Christmas shine, and what we pass down becomes part of who we are. And some traditions never fade. Bright ideas where moments are made magical.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
My man Andre.
Good night, Anthony.
7 years with the company, and we couldn't do it without Antoine.
Happy birthday, dear Alejandro. Happy birthday to you.
Who's Angelo?
We're like coworkers who don't forget your name.
I'm Angelo.
CG United. Good like that.
And welcome back to CNC3's Ask the Doctor. And in what's been dubbed the milkshake tax, the United Kingdom government has extended the soft drinks tax to sweetened milkshakes, yogurt drinks, and ready-to-drink coffees. So this move is actually aiming to reduce sugar intake. So you know that they've had some taxes in places like Mexico and Barbados on sugar-sweetened beverages. I don't know why we can't start for that, but it's meant to raise funds for the National Health Service, or the NHS. So the levy now applies to drinks with more than 4.5 grams of sugar per 100 mils, down from the previous 5-gram threshold. So it's fascinating, but that was part of the UK budget today. Further afield, nearly 1 in 3 women worldwide, approximately 840 million, have experienced sexual violence in their lifetime, according to a report by the WHO and the United Nations. They also condemn the fact that rates of such violence had barely dropped in more than 2 decades. And I'll quote the WHO Director General: "Violence against women is one of humanity's oldest and most pervasive injustices, yet still one of the least acted upon. No society can call itself fair, safe, or healthy, while half of its population lives in fear. And ending violence, sexual violence, is not only a matter of policy, it's a matter of dignity, it's a matter of equality, and one of human rights." This report apparently says that the lifelong risks of violence against women include unintended pregnancies, a higher likelihood of contracting sexually transmitted infections, and we spoke about the fact we're seeing an uptick in syphilis and retroviral infections, including HIV/AIDS, and of course, depression. There was a study in the last week that metformin, which is an old drug, but such a good one and classic, used for type 2 diabetes, metformin did not counteract insulin resistance amongst patients with type 1 diabetes. So these are usually younger, they may be slender in build, and they have destruction of the cells in the pancreas that produce insulin. So they have a deficiency of insulin and require injections of such. However, they did find that metformin use in those type 1 diabetics were able to reduce their insulin doses. Apparently, people who used metformin were able to drop their dose of insulin by 12% versus those who received what is called a placebo, or not metformin in this case. Today is Thanksgiving, and it rolls around in the United States, and there is no harm for Trinidad and Tobago and the region to give thanks for family, for food, and for the small mercies that keep us going through the year. I think it's a good time as we move into Christmas to also be mindful of our health, because nothing says thank you quite like taking care of the body that carries you through every season. And I just thought that we'd share some 5 quick health reminders as we give thanks today. 1, have gratitude. Research has been showing that thankful people have healthier hearts, because when you practice gratitude, you lower all those stress hormones like cortisol or adrenaline, reduce inflammation, and even improve sleep. So before you dig in, take a moment to give thanks. That's free medicine. 2, think of your plate like a pie chart. You know, you're filling up half the plate with vegetables, salads, peas and beans, perhaps a quarter with lean protein like turkey, and a quarter with complex carbs. And of course, you want to go easy on things like gravy, because your arteries don't need swimming lessons. 3, keep your eyes particularly on dessert. You want to have some discipline with that. So you might want to consider not having all of the samples at once. Of course, if you must sample some, take 1 or 2 spoonfuls instead of 2 slices. Your pancreas will thank you by Christmas. And 4, before you snooze, take a post-meal walk. Even 10 minutes will help to lower your blood sugar and improve digestion. Try to move a little bit before that nap claims you. And last but not least, 5, mindful moments. Thanksgiving and Christmas are not just about what's on the table, but who's around it. Put down your phone, look your loved ones in the eye, and be present. That connection does more for your health than any supplement or any doctor could ever do. Let's give thanks with full hearts and lighter plates. Remember, gratitude heals, kindness nourishes, and moderation keeps the doctor away. Except this one, I'm here on a Thursday night, with a rerun, of course, on Friday at 11 a.m. and Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Now, half the country's coughing. At home, in offices, in taxis, in line at the pharmacy, and of course, everyone has their theory. It's the Sahara dust, says one. It's the air condition in that office, says another. It's just a little viral thing, insists a friend who always has some of these training from WhatsApp University or Facebook. But lately, and I'm sure you noticed this, coughs are back with a vengeance, whether post-viral, post-COVID, or post-common sense. Because while the coughs are back, the tests are not. Because someone decided a few years ago that COVID was over, despite the fact that it's raging in places like North America and Europe. But just like that, poof, vanished. Apparently, if you stop testing, COVID goes away, the virus goes away. It is an epidemiological miracle that no textbook ever described. But the truth is, COVID left behind an even more fragile healthcare system. And you may try all the cough syrups, those sweet, sticky elixirs that promise relief, but mostly deliver disappointment, and of course could potentially exacerbate diabetes. Many of these potions contain enough sugar to sweeten your morning coffee for a week, and perhaps enough alcohol to qualify as a mild cocktail. They lull you into thinking they're helping because, you know, they soothe the throat for a few minutes. But in truth, most do little to actually stop a cough. And I'm speaking from experience, of course. In fact, for many viral coughs, time, hydration, and rest are far better medicines. I'm not here to preach doom and gloom. Coughs are annoying, but most times would be harmless. And it's the body's way of actually expelling sometimes some of the mucus that might be in the airways. It's like a built-in broom, but they can linger for weeks, particularly after problems like COVID, especially in dusty, air-conditioned, and perfume-heavy areas. So some simple advice, as we said, drink warm fluids. I can see some of our viewers are nodding. Lime, honey, and perhaps some sort of alcohol, but avoid the alcohol. Similarly, try to stay away from smoke or dust. Sleep with your head elevated if the cough worsens when lying down. And perhaps you may want to try the lime and honey. Don't talk too much if your throat is sore or if you have a laryngitis. I'm sure your friends and family may thank you for that. And if you have been coughing for more than 3 weeks, or your cough is accompanied by weight loss, fever, or night sweats, don't assume it's just dust. Get it checked, because we live in a region where tuberculosis still whispers in the background, and post-COVID complications are still very real. So yes, I think for the people who say that COVID is over, you know, you'd want to curse that complacency, curse that amnesia, and of course the reckless coughers who walk into crowded rooms unmasked. avoid those 3 C's: closed, crowded, close contact settings. Because every cough reminds me not just of a virus, but of a system that was already faltering and perhaps has forgotten how to breathe. It's time for a short break, and when we return, the Kiddies Capsule is up next.
Get a loan at Bremont. The process is simple. Fast and efficient approvals. Receive funds within 24 hours once approved. And no penalty for early repayment. Located at 4 Gallo Street, Woodbrook. Remember, we like to lend.
Hey, every Christmas Santa have one plan to make sure he get his blue ribbon ham. Forget the rest, this is the one, the bestest in ham blue ribbon.
Even Santa knows a Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Whether it's pork, beef, chicken, or even turkey hams, Blue Ribbon has hams for everyone.
Forget the rest, this is the one, the bestest in ham blue ribbon.
A Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Get yours today.
It's JD's exclusive Black Weekend sale. 33% off everything store-wide, November 20th to the 30th. JD's exclusive Black Weekend sale. JD's, Princestown, San Fernando, Rio Claro, Gasparilla Mall, and M6 Plaza, Chaguanas. Your low-price headquarters, JD's.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
You turn the key and all you hear is click? Don't stress. Call Battery Boss. We've got you covered. Battery Boss carries the only real deal Alpha X and Austin batteries with a full replacement warranty from 14 to 20 months. No long talk, just fast service to get you back on the road with roadside assistance, plus free battery testing. Check us out at 99 Southern Main Road, Couva, right next to the KC factory. We also sell car accessories and are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us now at 275-7074. Battery Boss, we've got you covered.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Welcome back to CNC3's Ask the Doctor. And it's time for a fan-favorite, fun-friendly corner where little minds learn big things about staying healthy and happy. Here we laugh, we learn, and we explore the amazing world of medicine, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, because being healthy isn't just for grown-ups. It's for our superheroes, football stars, future scientists, and every curious child watching tonight. Let's have a look at this evening's Kiddies Capsule.
Good evening. The International Day of Aura Awareness reminds us that a person's aura reflects more than just mood. It can hint at physical, emotional, and mental health. While science can't directly measure aura, stress, anxiety, and imbalance show up in the body as fatigue, tension, headaches, and low immunity. The day urges us to notice the signals before burnout hit. Because self-care isn't selfish. Rest, hydration, proper nutrition, stress management, and support are essential for protecting your energy. Moral, be mindful of the energy you carry, because taking care of yourself empowers you to show up fully for yourself and for others. I'm Abigail Freedom of Celebrity Girls Hindu College, and this is your Kiddies Capsule. Bye.
Hello, my name is Vincent, a diet and specialist clinic center. Did you know that when you do something kind, like helping a friend or saying something nice, your brain releases chemicals such as serotonin and oxytocin? These chemicals actively lower blood pressure and stress levels and even improve your mood. It is true that kindness is about making a positive difference in someone else's life. But we get something in return. It makes us happier and healthier. Kindness is a powerful force that can change the world, one gesture at a time. That was your Kiddies Capsule. Have a great night.
I am a woman, and I wish I can say that this doesn't cause me stress. That I am not weary of this body, of what it's been through, of what they might do. I am a woman, and I love being one. But why does this mean I have to receive less? Why can you freely express your opinions while mine always suppressed? I am a woman, and I have my own unique style and preferences. I want to be able to go out wearing what I love, without fearing the consequences. I am a woman. Why do you shame me for that? Being a woman does not make me less of a person, nor does it make me your prey. I have the right to feel safe when I walk around by myself. I am a woman. Yes, I am. But before that, I am also human. And all women deserves to be treated with the same respect as men do too. Because regardless of race or gender, each and every one of us has the right to feel safe. I am Kavita Sipasad from Saraswati Girls Hindu College, and this was your Kiddies Capsule.
Good evening. Every year, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women reminds us that this is not just another date on the calendar. It is a global wake-up call. Women and girls everywhere are still facing harassment, fear, abuse, and discrimination every single day. We're talking about daughters, sisters, mothers, friends, real people whose voices are being silenced and freedom is being taken from them. Ending gender-based violence isn't just about punishing offenders. It's about changing cultures, teaching respect, supporting survivors, and building a world where women can live without fear. When we raise awareness, speak up, and demand protection and justice, we're not just making noise, we're making progress. And the movement doesn't end today. It starts here and continues every single day until violence against women is not just reduced but also eliminated. I am Anjali Kanhai from Saraswati Girls Hindu College, and this is your Kiddies Capsule.
What a treasure trove of information, and indeed such thought-provoking insights and comments from all members of this evening's Kiddies Capsule. Feel free to send videos of school-aged children discussing health-related themes to Uncle Rajiv at 800-CNC3. It would be an honor and privilege to have your family members as part of this program. It's time for a short break, and when we return, the Medical Minds segment awaits.
This November, we celebrate 90 years of rhythm. Classical Jewels 14, presented by Massey Trinidad All-Stars Steel Orchestra. Live at the Lord Kitchener Auditorium, Napa, Saturday 29th at 8 p.m. and Sunday 30th November at 6 p.m. Tickets only $350 at Massey Stores Gullview, Brentwood, West Moorings, Narrowvale, and Trincity. Online at islandetickets.com and at the Trinidad All-Stars Panyard.
The joy of Christmas savings begins at Facades de Food King. Shop, save, celebrate with great foods. Picnic ham, family 7.25 pounds, now $159.99. Golden brand margarine stick, 225 grams, 3 sticks, 20. 30 degrees of pro powder, $21.99. Ibis all-purpose flour, 10 kilograms, $69.99. Nestle green butterfly milk, 250 ml, 3 packs, 20. Gala apples, 10 for $20. Carrots, 1 pound, 3 packs, 20. Dodge potatoes, 5 pounds, $10. Matux peanut butter, 250 grams, 2 tubs, $19.99. Deals valid until December 3rd or while stocks last. And this Christmas, we're giving you 5 times the joy. Shop for a chance to win one of 5 brand new Toyota Tasers. Plus, enter to win 5 Whirlpool stoves, 5 twin tub washers, 5 microwaves, and so much more. Check out socials for details.
Move from CXC to your business management degree in just over 2 years with the globally and ACTT recognized ABE qualification at CTS College. Students with limited CSEC passes or mature candidates with work experience can enroll. Each level can be completed in under 6 months, with a diploma awarded upon completion of each level and a bachelor's degree awarded at the end of the entire program. Contact CTS College today and ask about our flexible payment terms.
This is John. John has just opened a new restaurant and is already questioning his life choices. Observe his eyes. He's trying the open wide to stay awake technique. John worries about many things like that overpriced stove, but there's one thing John doesn't stress about: his investments. First Line Securities, helping Trinidad and Tobago invest for almost 2 decades. Invest with us.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
If you want some peace of mind to change your life and coverage, that will keep your future bright. Well, don't worry about a thing, 'cause peace of mind is what we bring. FIP is always a good thing, good thing, good thing, good thing. FIP is always a good thing, good thing, good thing, good thing. FIP is always a good thing, good thing, good thing, good thing.
The family indemnity plan from Kuna Caribbean Insurance gives you coverage for funerals, legal and medical expenses, and even deaths left behind, and so much more. So you have one less thing to worry about.
FIP is always a good thing.
WhatsApp 336-CUNA for more info.
Welcome back to the #1 show for news, views, and interviews of all things medical. Now, hemophilia is a genetic blood disorder in which there are issues with clotting. On this week's Medical Minds, we meet a remarkable young warrior, Elijah, who lives each day with courage flowing stronger than his blood. He was diagnosed with hemophilia, but he and his devoted mom remind us that strength isn't always about muscle. It's about heart, resilience, and love. Their story is one of hope, healing, and heroism in the face of a lifelong challenge. This is a story that will move you and inspire you on this evening's Medical Minds.
My name is Daniela, and I have 3 kids, Elijah being the youngest. This whole journey has been a bit challenging and eye-opening to the type of different blood diseases that it have, because I only know about sickle cell. I wasn't aware of hemophilia. How do I know that he had hemophilia was he had an injury, head injury, where it is he was rocking on a chair and he fell back and he burst his head. The amount of blood that was there was very alarming to my family members, who would have alerted me whilst I was at work. When I came to the health facility where we live, his clothes were soaked in blood. They stitched his head because it had an opening, and upon going home, you know, as a mom, I would have checked on him. This is when he was 2 years old. In the night, I would have checked on him to see if everything was good, because the stitch was pretty much good, and they put a padding over it in case there were extra bleeding. Whilst looking at him during the night, his entire crib was soaked with blood, and that became horrified. I was horrified, and I thought my son died. We carried him to the hospital. The stitching was there. So it wasn't like the stitching burst or anything like that. The stitching was there. It was just the excessive blood. He just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. We went to San Fernando Hospital, and they told us that they will run some tests, usual thing, they will run some tests to see what is going on because they're seeing the stitching still intact. Sorry, I just reliving back this whole thing that I thought I would have put in the back of my mind, but it's very painful going back to relive that moment again. So yeah, we fast forward a bit. There was this doctor who told us she believed that he could have a deficiency of factor 8 or 9, I believe, yeah. And the test came back. We sent it to a lab in San Fernando, and it came back that he had a deficiency of 8, and that's how we knew how to treat with it going forward. He was released after a while because the bleeding stopped a bit, and he was home. So a normal day for Elijah would be, well, he's in preschool, kindergarten, and that is challenging because he goes to clinic 3 times a week into San Fernando, sometimes to Mount Hope, and that takes away from him being in school. So the school hours are from 8 to 12, and sometimes we have to reach there by 11 o'clock. So he just get an hour or 2 in school to do what a normal curriculum they are doing in there. So he's a bit behind where the education is concerned. Because of his condition, these are one of the challenges that he have. Actually, I would have removed him from one school, reason being he loved football and he was developing a permanent injury to his knee during that exercise, that football. So to get him away from it, because I wouldn't like for him to sit down in class and seeing all the kids in the football club and he would not be able to participate. So I had was to remove him. There are certain activities that I will keep him away from, which is heartbreaking to see everyone is playing, his other 2 siblings is playing, and he cannot join in that playing because of his condition. I try to protect him as much as I can by placing this bubble over him as a protection, but he's a boy and he wants to go out and play, and it is really heartbreaking to keep him away from having a normal childhood.
And we say a special thank you to Elijah and his mom, Daniela, for shining the spotlight on hemophilia, one of those inherited blood disorders. Love and blessings from the entire team here at Ask the Doctor. Right, you know the drill. 1 question, 1 right answer, and you could be our next lucky winner. Healthy joints, a happy heart, and prizes you love. The giveaway segment is coming up next.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Fill your slate with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Food Basket. Butterball turkey, 60 11 pounds, $194.95. Butterball boneless breast, 3 pounds, $124.95. Goat stew, 4 pounds for $99.95. Swiss lasagna, 400 grams, 2 for $23.95. Swiss Econopack ketchup, 450 ml, 3 for $19.95. Danish Pride butter cookies, $19.95. With every $200 you spend, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
This is Reshma. Reshma is on yet another date in a stressful quest for the one. She's not sure if he has dry humor or just dry. It seems her search must continue. Reshma is anxious about many things right now except one, her investments. First Line Securities, helping Trinidad and Tobago invest for almost 2 decades. Invest with us. Go to firstlinesecurities.com to begin investing today.
Bring the magic home this Christmas with Gmar Home Furnishers. Enjoy up to 30% off store-wide and make your home shine this season. From elegant furniture to modern appliances and more. Shop online and stay tuned to our social media pages for exciting weekly sale drops. Take advantage of our extended opening hours all Christmas season at our El Dorado and California showrooms. Call 235-4925 for more information or visit us in store. Gmar Home Furnishers, best value for your money.
PCU Christmas is amazing. With $50,000 in loans, you're getting low interest rates. PCU Plus discount is great. Everything here to fully update. Oh yes, PCU Christmas, a PCU Christmas. Secure your family with a PCU Christmas.
Christmas your way with Police Credit Union. Visit our location or apply online at policecreditunion.com. All normal lending criteria applies. Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Welcome back to CNC3's Ask the Doctor. We're live on Thursdays with a rerun on Friday at 11 a.m. and Saturday at 11:30 a.m. The number's on the screen because it's giveaway time with the compliments of Great Health Works. A special hello to Joseph Sendell and the rest of his brilliant team. So a question this evening goes back into history. So there is an oath that the doctors will take when we graduate. Which ancient Greek physician lives on in the form of that oath of ethics taken by doctors? And he's known as the father of medicine, ancient medicine. So what's the name of that Greek physician who lives on in the form of an oath of ethics? Just a reminder, when you're patched into the studio, listen on your telephone rather than the TV set. Good evening and welcome to Ask the Doctor. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you as part of this segment. Do you have an answer for this question?
Is it Hippocrates?
Congratulations, you're a winner. Hippocrates, that father of medicine, the ancient father of medicine. Well done. Have you tried these supplements before?
Oh, yes, I have.
What has been your experience thus far?
They work really great.
Okay, well, stay on the line because we'd want to take some of your personal information off the air. Hippocrates, that father of medicine, and indeed, that oath is dubbed the Hippocratic Oath. It's time for a short break. We have another giveaway segment with the compliments of J.E. Guide Funeral Home. That's coming up next.
Filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
It's the month of November, which marks Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And of course, we spoke about International Men's Day. So with the compliments of J.E. Guide Funeral Home based in Princestown or San Fernando, it's your chance to win a free prostate and kidney ultrasound at the South Cancer Support Group. And of course, it's valid until the 19th of December 2025. So if you want to call in, you or a significant other can be the recipient of this prize. So the numbers are on the screen, the phone lines are open, and we'd like an answer to this question. What hormone gives men their muscle, mood, and mojo? So it's known as the male hormone, but women have it too, produced by the ovaries and those little glands above the kidneys, the adrenal glands. So what is the so-called male hormone giving you your muscle, mood, and mojo? Some of the changes, particularly around puberty, as a result of structural and hormonal boosts to men. You get a deepening of the voice, hair growth, erections, and of course, sperm production. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ask the Doctor.
Hi, good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us. Hello?
Testosterone.
Hello?
Testosterone.
Perfect spelling, and that is testosterone. Congratulations, you're a winner. So it's the so-called male hormone produced by the testicles, and of course, not just associated with some of the changes from puberty, but also throughout a man's life. So stay on the line, because we want to take some of your personal information off the air, and of course your significant other, a friend or family member, would be the recipient of this prize with the compliments of J.E. Guide Funeral Home. It's time for a short break, because the open forum with your questions and hopefully answers is coming up next.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Welcome back to the open forum of CNC3's Ask the Doctor. We'd love to hear from you. And as a reminder, when you're patched into the studio, listen on your telephone rather than the TV set. The phone line's already burning up. But please, I wish to give a special birthday blessing to a young lady from deep southeast Trinidad in Beach, always locked into our show. Happy birthday to Mrs. Feriel Khan, and indeed, welcome to your sister, Fazia. We head to Point Fortin, this time the Southwest. Good evening and welcome to our show.
Hello, good day.
Thank you for joining us, sir. It's a pleasure to have you on this segment of the show.
Thank you. Same here.
Go right ahead, and welcome to the open forum. But do you have a question for us?
No, I thought
You were phoning for the giveaway. Oh, it sounds like we lost. It sounds like we lost that caller. So the giveaway segments with the compliments of Great Health Works. The answer was Hippocrates, that father of ancient medicine, and of course testosterone. It was a plug indeed for my specialty, that study of hormones called endocrinology. We head to the east as Arima is on the line. Good evening. Thank you for waiting. And welcome to the Open Forum.
Hello again.
Hello. Go right ahead. You're on the air. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Thank you for joining us. We're hearing you. Hello. But there's always a slight delay when you're listening on the TV set. I know you don't want to miss a second of your favorite program, but listen on your telephone when you're patched into the studio. Good evening. Welcome to Ask the Doctor. Hello?
Yes,
Wallafield is on the line. Thank you. Yes, go right ahead.
Yes. What is the worst case scenario in terms when you have pins and needles in both your left and right legs?
Thank you very much. Yes, it's a fascinating question and such a common clinical problem. Many of our viewers would have actually called on past episodes to discuss neuropathic or nerve changes. So sometimes those small nerve fibers may cause pins and needles, lancing, numbness, burning. So the symptoms are variable. Sometimes it may actually feel like it's itching or a crawling sensation. So those nerve endings may be firing. It's almost like a wire that sparks. The commonest reason is diabetes. However, it's not the only cause. Persons who drink large volumes of alcohol have a vitamin B12 deficiency. If you have some immune system problems, if you're on medications which may damage the nerves, if you've had a history of cancer or received treatment such as chemoradiotherapy and underactive thyroid, and sometimes it may be due to nerve impingement at the lower back. So the pain may actually radiate from the lower back down the buttocks and legs. And that type of nerve root pain would require sometimes medications, physiotherapy, scans, nerve conduction studies in conjunction with a specialist called a neurologist that deals with problems affecting the brain and spinal cord, and of course having you at the center. So a multidisciplinary approach is required for your symptoms, doing some basic blood investigations to exclude some of the causes. So when we're talking about worst case, we want to ensure that the spinal cord or those nerve fibers are not permanently damaged. And of course, sometimes the reasons may be reversible. And of course, if they are particularly unpleasant, there are some medications that could be prescribed to alleviate these effects. And you may be surprised that these can be particularly not just annoying, but distressing to patients and affect the quality of life and even contribute towards depression and anxiety. What a wonderful question to open the batting there. As we head to the phone lines, good evening. Hello? Welcome to Ask the Doctor. It's the Open Forum. Good evening. Hello? It sounds like we've lost that caller as well. So some of the issues on the phone lines, but the numbers on the screen, and please listen on your telephone rather than the TV set. And good evening. Welcome to Ask the Doctor.
Good night, Doctor. How are you? My question is this.
Yes,
with regards to our Trinidad and Tobago local diet, in terms of us growing up knowing about eating roti and doubles and aloo pie and all these fried foods.
Yes, sir.
All right. What would you advise that we replace? Because I know these foods may be harmful in terms of you being susceptible to getting diabetes and so on. So because we are so accustomed to eating these things, what would you recommend that we can do to sort of prevent ourselves from getting these viruses? Thank you again.
And you're most welcome. That's a remarkable question because it's relevant, especially as we've just moved from Diwali. We spoke as part of the opening salvo about Christmas is upon us, and it's a time of overindulgence. And when you're thinking about your plate, you'd want to reduce the amount of those so-called simple carbs like white flour, white rice, or white sugar that could cause spikes in your blood sugar and also contribute towards weight gain. So perhaps you want to switch switch to more whole grain foods. So if you're considering roti or bread, you're mixing sometimes oat bran flour, flaxseed, sometimes hemp, or some of those other whole grains that would actually lower the glycemic index is the term. So you're not going to have that marked spike in sugar. And it's all about portion sizes. We're not saying that perhaps you should not have sometimes over the season some type of food that you enjoy, or if you have a craving that you're not going to satisfy such. You'd want to reduce portion sizes. And if you're having some sort of snack, you're not going to follow it with a soft drink that is also going to wash down and contribute to calories. So fruits, vegetables, nuts, peas and beans, low fat and low salt, all geared towards reducing not just the carbs, but also the salt, the fat content. And start reading labels when we discuss it, because you're reducing sodium, saturated fat, cholesterol, and eliminating the so-called trans fat from the diet. And it's time that when we go to restaurants or in the supermarket, that we are actually seeing labels that will be easy to read and to interpret, when especially as we're trying to eliminate many of these chronic diseases. That is a superb question. So you're actually thinking about not depriving oneself of foods that you enjoy, reducing portions, and if you're making these items at home, like roti, bread, pasta, you are considering ways in which they can be made healthier. So reducing the impact on someone's body and the stress on your pancreas and the rest of the organs. And at the same time, meal planning. So it revolves around reducing certain negative aspects of your diet that will affect your health and replacing with healthy ones. Drinking water instead of a sugar-sweetened beverage, reducing the amount of salt, not having salt shakers at the table. Those small changes contribute to long-term benefits on your health. As we stay in the capital city, as Port of Spain is on the line, good evening. Welcome to Ask the Doctor. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Doctor.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for being part of the open forum. Good evening.
Thanks for taking my call.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate this. I'm calling because I've seen your show from time to time, and I really appreciate your show. Thanks to you and your team for the wonderful job that you're doing. My situation this evening, about a week ago, I realized that not under my arm, but in the area of my chest on my left-hand side, I have this bump. I just raised up my hand and I realized that there was a pain. And when I felt it, there was this bump. Yes. And this has never happened before. So I'm very concerned about it. I thought that, maybe I got a lash or something, but I couldn't recall anything like that happening at all.
Sure.
And it's just feeling like this lump. So I was wondering, what should I do about that?
Thank you very much for taking the time to call in and your kind comments too. And I wish to congratulate you, because it's time that men should be aware of their bodies and also changes that might occur. So when we're talking about lumps and bumps which may occur on the chest wall, sometimes it may be due to fatty tissue called a lipoma. Very often there is a type of cyst, which is a sac containing fluid called a sebaceous cyst. Now, I'm not attempting to make a diagnosis, of course, on the basis of a telephone call, but if you notice it's becoming painful, red, warm, if it's increasing in size, you'd want to have a chat with your primary care doctor or present to your local health center for an evaluation. Apart from a history and a clinical examination, you would want to think about an ultrasound scan. If the doctor is concerned, we usually would consider removal and a referral to a surgical clinic, which would be available at the general hospital. So most lumps and bumps are relatively innocuous and benign, but if if you found this purely by chance, it's an incidental finding, and you are concerned, rightfully so, it warrants not just a clinical review by your doctor, but also to think about some sort of scan. And a simple, quick, easy test would be the ultrasound to examine. Bearing in mind that if it occurs around the area of the breast, lumps and bumps in a man should not be ignored. 1% of all breast cancers occur in men, and that would be particularly important to remember just on the heels of Breast Cancer Awareness in October. Our next caller hails from Arima. Good evening and welcome to our show. Hello. Hello, welcome to Ask the Doctor. It's the open forum and you're on the air. Good evening. Hello. Oh, I know a friend from Arima has been trying to get in, but it sounds like there might be technical issues with his line. So the phones are burning up. Good evening and welcome to Ask the Doctor. So these lumps and bumps, and if I can return to our previous caller, these lumps and bumps are usually innocuous. Speaking with a skin specialist, or as I mentioned, presenting to the accident and emergency would be your next best step. Monitoring the size is useful, and we can actually extend that to problems like so-called moles, these darkened spots which may appear in the body. You'd want to consider if it's changing in size or shape, if there's an irregular border. And some of the skin specialists would say if it's larger than the pencil eraser, if it's bleeding or itching or any worrying signs, you'd want to also consider excision or removal of something like a mole, and of course that would be sent for testing. Our next call is from Trincity. Good evening and welcome to our show.
Good evening, Dr. Tilak Singh.
Welcome, ma'am. It's a pleasure to hear that voice.
I do enjoy your program very much. But, Doctor, I have a concern.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a type 2 diabetic person, and I'm on Zigduo XR. So it's a slow release medication.
Indeed.
But that sticks in my throat all the time. It's so large.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I started doing was crushing it, but I read up now that that's dangerous to do. So I don't know what to do, because that's the one that works best for me. And I really don't know what to do, because so many times that's stuck in my throat and I can't breathe, I can't swallow, I can't do anything. And I really don't. I'm the person who called you some time ago when I had a section of my thyroid gland removed.
I remember that voice. Thank you.
Yeah, so I really don't know what to do about the tablet sticking in my throat all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
And not only that, one others stick in my throat too, and I have to drink it with warm water, like the gel capsules and all that. Because I don't know if my throat narrows since then, but tablets keep sticking in my throat, and I want to stand the Zigduo, but I can't, so I really don't know what to do.
So indeed, and it is a rather large tablet. Thank you very much for taking the time to call in, and for the sake of our viewers. So it is a drug used in the management of type 2 diabetes. As we heard, it's an excellent choice, because apart from lowering blood sugar, there have been studies showing that it may be beneficial for the heart and kidneys in persons who may be battling these chronic problems. So it's a combination of metformin, which is a first-line drug in type 2 diabetes, and another agent called dapagliflozin that increases the excretion of sugar in the urine. It may help with weight and even with blood pressure. So a plethora of benefits for that particular combination. Now, the actual drug itself, I know that many of the pharmacists and indeed the manufacturers would say that you'd want to be vigilant if you're crushing, if you're allowing the drug to dissolve, but have a chat with your doctor, because if it's getting into the system in an easier way, some persons actually think about breaking it, although occasionally they would say that you shouldn't. However, if you're getting that drug into the system, the benefits are being monitored based on your hemoglobin A1C, based on your finger stick test, that you find that this drug is ideal for you, I would say to continue. And of course, if you're having problems with swallowing, your doctor may also want to consider referring to a gastroenterologist or even doing some further tests to see if there is any narrowing, as you mentioned, in the gullet or any sort of obstruction. I'm assuming it does not happen with food or water. Sometimes persons who have reflux of acid may find that they get this sort of lump in the throat or the sensation in which it is particularly tricky to swallow. So it is a drug that you may want to consider dissolving or even breaking, and I will tell you, one size doesn't fit all. But despite the fact that when you read the package insert, sometimes they would recommend that it's not something that should be done with tablets, methods, if it's working for you, and if it's helping. I'm not attempting to diagnose or even advise on the basis of a phone call, but I would say to continue with this particular agent, particularly if you find that it's helping your blood sugar control, and of course your doctor is looking at things like your kidney function, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, and the excretion of protein in the urine. Parting is always such sweet sorrow. Where does this hour go? Our closing quote is from John Milton, from his classic tome, Paradise Lost. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. I think Milton captures the immense power of perception and attitude. It reminds us that our circumstances don't always define our happiness. Our mindset does. In medicine and daily life, it's a